Holy moly, I'm loving this. Taurus, I told you the energy was hot. Hello, Taurus. This is Thomas of Northern Mystic Tarot, and this is your weekly reading for your finances and investments. Let's see what it is that Spirit, the universe, and the stock market has in store for you this week. Lord have mercy. The cards are exciting. I mean, there is heat generating these cards. So there's some good news for you, Taurus. Oh, look at this. Oh, yes. What are we doing there? There's your first card. It popped out, and that is a 9 of Cups. If you're going to start on something, that is definitely the energy to start with. Let's see what else the energy and the universe is trying to tell you. All righty here. There we go. The second card out. The World card. Now, I'm going to leave that upside down. I don't usually do reverses, but that was meant to be. So we are going to let it stay. And then finally, the last card out. Oh, look at this. A 10 of Cups. Holy moly. I'm loving this. Taurus, I told you the energy was hot. You could not understand how much it is. Now, underneath of the deck, the bottom card is the overall energy of your environment this week. And that overall energy of your environment this week is a 7 of Cups. Let's start there. 7 of Cups is saying that this week is going to be confusing. There's going to be a whole lot of things happening. A whole lot of things happening. Sorry, my English not so good there, right? There are a whole lot of things happening, and it's going to maybe add to some confusion. It's going to add maybe even to some frustration. Things are not going to make sense to you, and because again, they may not make sense. I'm not saying they won't. They may not make sense because again, they're being distracted. Look over here. Look over here. Look over here. Look over here. It's kind of like the dogs and the word squirrel. 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 Be careful. This is an energy that will distract you. This is an energy that will keep you from accomplishing what you need to accomplish. This is an energy that's keeping you away from exactly what this is about. And I'm telling you, this is great news. So this week, I need you to understand that though the market around you, though the energy around you, you would see the market doing all kinds of crazy things and you're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing this from this person and this from this person and this from this person, but I'm seeing the market go like this and I don't know what to do. Ignore all the craziness and don't pay attention by getting so overwhelmed with information. Focus, 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 focus. If you are looking at doing something this week, focus on one thing only, one thing, and follow through with that thing. And this is the 9 of Cups. So with the 9 of Cups, this is perfect for a tax week because remember, this is the week where taxes are due. And so if you're looking at this is you finishing your taxes. This is you doing an inventory. As you're preparing for your taxes, look at where your money is. Where has it been? Where have you invested? Where has it gone? What is working? What is not working? Again, do that inventory. See the cups? Do the inventory and see what's working, what's not working, what can benefit you, what can't benefit you, what has benefited you, and what hasn't benefited you. This is a time to take that opportunity, pull back from the world. This is the opposite. And remember when I popped out, I was going to spin around. I'm like, don't do that because it's the opposite. So pull back from the world. Stay out of the market's focus right now. Stay out of all the crazy energy around you. Stay out of all of this right now. And instead do the inventory, and understand where you are, what your economics are doing for you, what is the next step, and more importantly, what your goals are. Okay, so let's pull away from the world this week. Let's not be involved in anything. Let's not pay attention to the markets. Let's not pay attention to the bonds, the stocks, the mutual funds, the commodities, the Forex exchange. Pay no attention. Pull yourself out of that. Distract yourself or do what you have to do. Ignore that and instead pay attention solely to your finances, solely to your budget, solely to your dreams, your aspirations, your desires, and your plans. And when you do, you're going to be able to put a path forward that moves you beyond what all the craziness in the world is to a much happier home and a successful conclusion to getting your taxes filed, but more importantly, a successful conclusion to understand where you are financially and what you need to do to move forward in your life. The family's going to be happy for this. You're going to be happy for this. And the 10 of Cups, you can't get much better in a happy card. And I love the fact that World card came out again to tell you, pull back from the world. This is one opportunity for the week that you should pay attention to. Don't pay attention to the craziness in the market. Don't pay attention to your finances and whatever can do whatever. Don't. because that would just drive you crazy and disturb you. I love this here. There's a can of cups. When you get information this weekend, and you will get information based on your analysis, make sure you're ready to make the changes. Make sure that you're ready to maneuver, again, with that inventory. See what works, see what doesn't work. If it doesn't work, jettison it. See what is benefiting you and what doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. If it isn't, then let's shift that money elsewhere. See what maybe can work for you. Do some research and find out, hey, if I'm in this situation, what else should I be doing? What else could I do? Don't get into the rabbit hole of chasing the dreams, because that's what this is about. More about specific targets and information, not just broad questions, okay? So we're going to stay specific with that. Underneath that world card is that Ace of Wands. And again, this is a new way of thinking. This is a new way of creating a baseline that you're going to use for the remainder of the year. This is the baseline for your new economic picture, a baseline that's not based on craziness and all the energies around you, but more based on now understanding your picture and using that to your advantage. I'm loving that. And then look at this, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is like, you know what? The veil is thin. Whatever you decide to put in place is going to happen to you. You're going to be getting a lot of information from spirit. You're getting a lot of information intuitively. You're just going to know what's right and wrong, and it's going to feel strong. And you're going to say, what does this mean? What this means is listen to your inner voices. Listen to your spirits and your spirit guides. They're going to be guiding you through this, and they're bringing you to a happy place. So embrace it and love it. Look at that. There's the victory card, overcome. And that's also that movement forward card. Again, moving forward after this week. And the victory card of saying, now we know what we need to do. Now we know where we want to be. And then we are starting to make the plans to make that happen. And as we put our plans in place, let's not look back. Let's not move backwards, not going backwards. We can look backwards in making our analysis, but we're not going backwards. No changing and saying, oh, well, that didn't work. I need to go back to X. No. We're not doing it, not going back. We're moving forward, and we're going to create a happy home that way. Stay out of the negative. We don't need that negative and the pessimism. Instead, spin that wheel of fortune and benefit. Look at that. And be in control of your domain. Be the power. Be the guy. Be the woman. Be that energy that says, you know what? The buck stops here. I'm in charge, and I'm taking my family to a happy place. A very happy place indeed, because I'm willing to make the changes and start something fresh and new. Because I'm ready to move forward and I'm not going back. Love this energy. Oh my gosh, Scorpio, this is a great one. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. Remember, I am not a trained investment guy. I couldn't tell you that, and I would not tell you that. But what I'm telling you is I'm giving you energies as I see them based on ideas that you should consider when making investment choices. You ultimately have your own choices to make, and therefore you make those decisions based on your wants, needs, and desires and your information. But give this some consideration because the signs are very clear. With that said, I'll let you go. Hit that like, share, subscribe, and follow button. Again, subscribe on YouTube would make me super happy, and more importantly, help me grow my channel. People need to hear this information. This time of our cycle in our history just requires us being aware and alert and knowing. So please share this information on. I would appreciate it. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Love, light, and blessings from me and my family here at Sonoran Mystic Tarot to you and yours. Until we see again next week, have a great one. Bye-bye.